Some tough news to start the new year for scores of auto workers. General Motors says it's laying off more than 1,100 workers at its Factory Zero location in Hamtramck. And the UAW says those layoffs are permanent. Let's get live to Fox's Dave Kinchin outside the Impact Factory with the latest. And Dave, this is sad news. A lot of people's lives impacted.
Bro, people are cooked.
Yeah, Roop, good evening. It really is a very tough way to start the new year.
Man.
UAW Local 22 represents these workers. They say with these layoffs, the union membership is now cut to about half. Let's go to video right now. GM had scheduled these cuts a few weeks ago. The automaker says it is making the move to, quote, due to production schedule adjustment required to adapt to slower near-term EV adoption. In other words, changes in EV demand. There's been a lot of fluctuation there as of late. Now, of the 1,140 hourly workers being cut, most work in assembly, but some handle quality and materials. The layoffs will essentially reduce production to one shift. Factory Zero is a cornerstone of GM's all-electric strategy, and it's where they make the GMC Hummer EV, the Chevy Silverado EV, among other products.
I feel bad for these workers, bro. That's crazy.
Looks on our members' faces, knowing that they will be out of work. It kind of hurts,
Imagine
because,
the person that has to cut the news to these people, bro.
To feed, and now they have to look for employment. A lot of these people left good jobs and searched for better employment at General Motors, at Factory Zero, and unfortunately, that has come to an end for them.
Bro, can these people get a break? We are only 1 week in to 2026, okay? At the time of this recording, it is January the 7th. We are literally only 1 week in, and people are already losing their jobs. People are getting laid off, bro. Let's be honest for a second, all right? Corporate America is cooked in 2026, and the reason is not politics or one bad quarter or some temporary market cycle, okay? This is structural, guys. The entire system is literally cracking under its own weight. For decades, guys, corporate America has ran on one simple deal, all right? Give us your time, your loyalty, and your identity, and we'll give you stability. And that deal is gone. It is left a long time ago.
I just got laid off. I'm like in shock right now. I was showering and I joined a global PTUD, all hands 5 minutes late, and I get slacks from my entire team. Are we getting laid off? And then it's the CEO explaining to me about how our Q4 performance was poor and how he would personally make sure that we would be fine, whatever. Typical I'm the CEO, just got laid off speech. And then the Zoom ended. Mind you, I was online. I joined for a minute, and then immediately I get logged out of Slack and all my Google Calendar, email, and everything. So I'm kind of freaking out right now. I'm pretty sure I just got laid off. I'm trying to sign in. All my logins aren't working, so I have no way to communicate with anyone on my team, my boss.
Happy New Year. I just got laid off. That's never happened to me before, so I guess new life experiences, right? If anybody has any advice, it'd be great.
Really don't think people in corporate America know what's going to happen over the next 6 to 18 months. They are calling it the Great Restructuring. Companies are essentially looking to get rid of humans and replace them with automation and AI to increase efficiencies. Companies that are doing this the most are the Fortune 100s, the really large companies. A lot of them have grown via acquisitions, and whenever that happens, you're basically merging two companies together and you end up with a lot of job titles that don't mean much. And now they are using AI to essentially figure out who's doing what and get their workflows in order. Then they're looking at what workflows could be replaced with automation or AI agents. This means that a lot of these corporate jobs where really people aren't doing that much and it's taking months and months to complete projects, a lot of those jobs are at risk. So if you know someone that's working a corporate job at a large company, share this video with them because they are likely unaware of what's about to happen over the next 6 to 18 months.
Workers are more productive than they have ever been before. AI tools, automation, workflow softwares. One employee now does the work of 3 employees, guys. But instead of sharing the upside, instead of giving that worker, a good pay, right? Corporations will pocket it instead. Raises don't match inflation, promotions don't match responsibility, and layoffs come right after record profits, which is crazy. And people are starting to notice this. Loyalty is dead. It has died a long time ago. And corporate America has killed it themselves. In 2026, companies will preach culture and, we're a family on, Mondays. Then they'll eliminate your role by Friday because a spreadsheet said so, right? Employees watched entire departments disappear overnight. They watched executives get bonuses while workers got severance emails. Trust is gone, guys. And once trust is gone, bro, that system will start, losing talent. Corporate America isn't collapsing because people stop believing it'll work. All right, trust me, people will go to work. All right, but it's collapsing because people stopped believing in them. And unless the system fundamentally changes, like profit shares, real flexibility, real upside, this isn't a temporary crisis. We're witnessing an end of an era for real.
I've been telling you, you're not safe. 1,700 workers from General Motors have been cut, and this is probably just the first round. Now, this is only happening, I think, Michigan and one other state. But that doesn't mean that it won't come to your state. See, this is why I came online. Not only did I want to get away from the rat race, the BS, the chance of being let off, because they don't care about your achievements at the job. They don't care about what you've done. They don't care about how much money you've made them. If they keep you around, can they get the most out of you? And if they don't keep you around, who can they hire to replace you that's cheaper and will do more labor? That's what those jobs are doing for you. Places like General Motors, other companies are laying off workers left and right, but you're still here complaining about you ain't got no money and you can't provide for your family. This is why I came online. A simple blueprint, 2 hours a day, 24/7 automated system. I don't have to bother anybody or have any tech skills. But I'm able to generate and I'm able to have my freedom of my time back. So for more information, type how below and I got you.
I left a job that I was at for 7 years to come here just to get laid off a year and a half later. That ain't right.
For us to be Motor Trend Winner of the Year and being laid off is kind of backwards. It doesn't make any sense to me.
We all need to be working, and it's not right that people around this time get laid off. It's Christmas time, holiday time. People need to be working.
I was laid off at Chrysler, and then 2 weeks later I got a robocall that said I was terminated. They didn't need me no more. It was over a year ago.
And what's happening to you now?
Yeah, I'm getting laid off, but it comes with the territory, I guess.
I'm laid off indefinitely. I'm pregnant and I'm trying to move, and I can't because the layoff. I can't get verified of employing with the layoff.
The last layoff we had, we found out a day and a half ahead of being off for a month. And so people had no time to plan for it. I'm still waiting for my home plant to be retooled so that I can go home. I drive an hour to get here every day.
Where do you come from?
I'm coming from Oxford, which is just 10 minutes away from the Lake Orion plant, which has now been down for about 2 years. And so I've been driving an hour each way to and from this plant.
That's one of my worst fears is being here at Hamtramck, being here with GM, is getting moved out of state.
Have you done that before?
No, lucky I have not. I've just always been bouncing around with them, just try the Metro Detroit area. Why is it suddenly that you get car of the year and then all these layoffs come up like right before the holidays too? It's just...
This is my 7th GM plant. 7th. Started at SPO, Pontiac, Willow Run, SPO, got transferred, forced to Warren powertrain, being forced down to Toledo for 7 years. Came back up to Romulus engine, then transferred to Pontiac stamping, now factory zero.
Yeah. And if they can get away with getting rid of this second shift, there's a real danger they can close this plant too.
Yeah, that's where it seems like it's headed. The vein is not good. The vein is not good for us. We need to get rid of it. You know, we need to talked like he was going to do everything he can for us, and now it's like he's just going along to get them.
The UAW's got $1 billion in assets.
And they get money from General Motors from profits, as far as, you know, with the stock.
Trump is telling us the cause of our problems are Mexican immigrants. What do you think about that?
That's not true. That's not true. I don't think that it's the immigrants. I think it's just his bad policies and the things that he tried to do. We should be pulling together instead of dividing, you know, because that's not the answer. I don't know anybody that ever succeeded being divided.